Hello and welcome. Thank you for watching our presentation today. The law offices of McLaughlin & Associates and McLaughlin Mediation and Consulting focus on helping small to mid-sized businesses grow and thrive. You started your business because of your passion. Let us help you with that vision. We offer a variety of legal and human resources services. Check out our website for more details at www.ma-lawpc.com. And now, on to our presentation.
That's why we look at the other part, the mediation. So about a year ago, I did the 40-hour mediation training with CCR. And the reason I did that is a lot of times people think about big mediations, okay? Carrie used to work at American Arbitration Association. She was a case administrator. So all these huge construction companies would be there with the biggest firms, and they would always have their mediators. But they're talking about millions of dollars. But then you talk about you and me, and you're like, well, I don't have $1 million case. So the further you come out into a suburban location, right, you seem like you're kind of a lost. Do you ever get that feeling as a business? You're like, no one actually represents my interest. And there's a reason for that, because the money is east of here. It's Chicago, Oak Brook, and then it stops, okay? I never liked that. When I opened up this office 10 years ago, that was my, like, there has to be a business firm in this area. So the mediation was the part that I started getting really kind of, it was getting quite the eye-opening experience. I was going in doing cases, and the outcomes, no one was happy with the outcome, okay? The money, everything else. But mediation is a way to avoid that. And so I thought, you know, why don't we have, for smaller businesses, allow mediation to be available, because they can come in and there can be a different experience than just going to a courthouse where they don't care. Oh, you're a small employer, so you got to pay all this money, but I don't have it. Well, too bad for you, you know? Or the flip side, you're just dismissed because it doesn't seem important. So here's a couple things. Mediation is a process where you go in front of a neutral attorney or a former judge knowledgeable in employment law. The knowledge of the law is key, because you need someone who can understand the defenses that you need to assert. You can set limits on discovery. That's an important thing. Remember I told you about the subpoenas and all the stuff that goes out there? You can streamline it, and they can basically say, everybody, you give me these isolated 10 documents, you give me these documents, and we're only going to work on those universe of documents so that we can get to the bottom of this. That's a lot better for you. It can be done in a day a lot of times, sometimes a half day, okay? As opposed to dragging out cases. Even a case that gets filed, it's going to be 60 to 90 days before you get involved, just because of the process, right? So this, everybody can just get their stuff together, come for a day, give it a good try. If everybody comes in good faith, a lot of times you can resolve them. Not always, but at least you have it's better to spend a day than to spend, you know, years of your life. Relationships do matter. Even when people get fired for the right reasons, it doesn't mean that you dislike them as people. It doesn't mean that you're trying to hurt anybody, okay? This allows people to sit down and actually have discussions, like, why did you do this? Why did you let me go? You know, and then you sit down and like, well, the reason you got let go is you understand that this particular division wasn't doing as well as it used to do. We're about ready to lose the client if we don't do better. Like, our numbers are off. Think about, you know, I think about situations where you have to hit minimum margins. Think about a call center where their turnaround time has to be like this. And because of one or two people, now it's like this. And they're going to lose a huge contract, millions of dollars. That you can't be nice to. You have to say, you have to understand, you're a good person, it's just not a good fit for you. There's a human element of that's important. This last part, I think, cannot be overemphasized enough. Organizations like not-for-profits, religious organizations, or even businesses that have religious underpinnings, the court system it will not recognize any of that. The court system is, let the buyer beware, it is as cruel a system as you can imagine when it comes to, especially commercial setting, because it's all about the money. And employment settings are all about the money. So they really don't care how good you think you are. They don't care about how you run your business. They care about, did you violate this law? How much money? Can I get it settled? Are you going to go to trial? But this matters, because a lot of times it's not about money. Things didn't happen because of that. And those type of value systems on both sides can be appreciated and heard in a way that usually can resolve a situation. I can't tell you how many times I've been involved as the attorney on one side, and I brought values into a discussion with my opponent, and more importantly their parties, and that's all that they ever cared about. They wanted to just be heard on the things that mattered to them, not about making it about the dollars and cents. Because when you make it about dollars and cents, what you've done is you've devalued someone's vision in their business, someone's inspiration, and you've made it nothing. You said, I got into this business because I didn't want it to be about money. I didn't want it to be corporate. And you just made me corporate. And what do? You emotionally shut down. You say, you don't get me. If you don't get me, fine, let's just go to court. And so now it's escalated, temperatures. So for me, that really is that's why I want to end with this note, is that's the important thing, the values that we can bring to a mediation process that we can't in the court system. So that is everything. I appreciate you guys being here. I think, look at me, I gave you even 10 minutes for questions. So I even paid attention to the time rules. I gave you guys a lot. That's why I gave you the printouts. I hope that this was a kind of a good overview for you. I hope I was able to answer some specific questions you might have had. That's our contact information. If you guys have any questions, call us at any time, shoot us an email, and then we'll be happy to help you out.
Thank you again for watching this informative session. If you have any questions about what you just heard or want to contact us for legal or business consulting services, you can reach us at 630-230-8434 or email us at kmclaughlin@ma-lawpc.com. Have a wonderful day.